Hello, friends. We are down at the very end of the field, facing them woods. I got my trusty backpack, and in it my saw and my hatchet. Hopefully I don't need to use either too much. Oh. Rode the zero turn on down here. You may see why in a minute. Maybe. It's probably going to be a multi-parter, because I might put you down and probably do boring shit with you. We are here to harvest a cedar tree that I had left down here for myself at one point. Where the fuck did I put it? It is going to be posts. There's 2 that I know of that I want. And then I gotta hunt for 2 more. But that's what we're here for. And while we're here, hopefully we'll see some cool shit. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. What I noticed when I walk through here in the winter is like, can you see how like flat and somewhat clear that is? It used to be a road. And probably not like, paved, made up road. But could have been logging access at one point. Or maybe just a little UTV trail for fun. I don't know. But it was a road. And given the size of the trees in it, it was road, quote unquote, quite a long time ago. So that's cool. I always like seeing that. Well, maybe not. Maybe I don't like it. But I find it interesting. God damn it, Dad. Never mind. Daddy already harvested the tree I wanted to harvest. Oh well. He needed it more than I did. He's probably using that on the coop, which you guys will see very soon. The chickens are going home soon, so that's exciting. Might be today. Might make a video on that today. I could go around and harvest this little section. It might be useful for something, but maybe I should have measured before I came out here. Well, I was going to harvest the whole thing because I knew, the whole thing would definitely, absolutely be 1, if not 2 posts. God damn it. Okay. Now we go hunting, I guess. There's another on the other side of the field that I know I want to harvest, but if I'm here, I know there's cedars here. I might as well look. Oh. And I do have bug spray on. I'm hoping the bug spray is a good bug spray. Because I think every single year I get chewed the hell up by chiggers. And other things. The last time I got into something a few weeks ago, I got into very angry ants. I had ants all in my pants. And they were small enough that I couldn't really see them until I felt a bite. Ten out of 10 experience. Also, looking up at these guys to see if they're dead. Because if they're small enough, I could cut them up real quick and go ahead and take care of that, but I should have brought my water with me. It is 85 degrees right now. Which the clouds are helping, but it's still pretty humid. Thankfully not peak summer hot yet. Jeez. That log was cut. I know Dad didn't do that. Yeah, that log was cut. Interesting. Well, they've only had this property for about 5 years. Before that, That's old cedar. It's way too skinny for what I want. There was a guy who like rented the land for horses. And he did farmy things, but he didn't really like... Well, the fields and stuff were just used for horses to graze and run and be happy. They weren't really used for what we're using it for now. And, we're learning as we go. My dad's one of these guys that's gotta, like, learn by experience. So, like, I can tell him that he needs a tractor, he needs a tiller, he needs a disker. And he needs to do the whole field. He needs to keep up with the whole field. But, yeah, he's having to find it out by, like, doing it. And also, until we have what I'm making, until we have a produce stand where we can sell this stuff, we're already producing more than we can eat. So, well, that's not true. I could, theoretically, eat nothing but onions and squash and zucchini and probably eat what we have. But unless I absolutely have to, I don't really want to do that. Which is like, a lot of people romanticize farming. But they gotta be honest with themselves. Like, are you really gonna grow and consume all your own food? Are you really gonna do that? Are you really gonna cook every single meal? And most people, like, if they're being honest with themselves, no. I wonder what the purple leaf is from. Because I don't want to do that. I've been having to cook a lot of my own meals and eat a lot of very plain foods because I'm not a very good cook. And, like, I eat less because of it. Unless I'm very, very hungry, I'm just not going to eat as much rice flavored with random whatever I decide to put in it for my 15th meal in a row. That's a very, very interesting, it's feldspar mica, feldspar quartz mica. You see the glittery. It was one of the most interesting things I had noticed about the property when they bought it. It was very interesting rocks. Then again, I was kind of more close into my hardcore rock hounding phase at that point. We found a lot of petrified wood. I wouldn't be surprised if some of this stuff that I'm walking over is petrified wood. There's a lot here. It's just the soil conditions here are just right for it. It's very sandy. It's a very loamy sand, as they would say. I'm seeing a lot of oak, a lot of gum, some pine. Not a whole lot of pine. It's a lucky dogwood right there. Got high above before everyone else started growing. So I saw a lizard when I first walked in here, but I haven't seen any lizards since. I've seen a lot of snakes at my house, and I know they're out. They would be. They're out and roaming. I'd like to see one, but I'd like to not step on one. I'm also hungry. I just ate mac and cheese. I've been eating a lot of noodles, too. That cheap 60-cent mac and cheese. Sometimes sketty. Sometimes, whatever kind of sauce seasoning sounds good to me. It was cheap. I'm gonna hopefully be working soon. And when that happens, I'll be able to eat slightly better, but only slightly, because I'm in debt now. I mean, I'm not like, I didn't put a ton on my credit card. But I took a lot out of the money I was saving for other people that I owed back to other people. It's a cool little pocket in that tree. And I haven't seen any cedars for a while, so I don't think this is a good place to look. We'll move on. Usually cedars like to grow at the edge of forests because they're a very slow growing tree. There's a cedar. We'll cut up here, I guess. And they get out competed unless they can like just squeeze into the edge of a forest most of the time. Now sometimes you will find cedar stands where they're just competing with each other. They always do really well there. It's a nice fat cedar. It's a big boy. I mean, it's big by our standards, but like, that's just because we cut down trees. Eventually we cut down trees. But eastern red cedars can get pretty much as big around as an oak. We just don't ever let them. In part for the reason why I'm looking for one. It's really, really good wood to use. It's naturally rot resistant. They're resistant to pests. They last a really long time. It's a tough, hard wood. It smells amazing. It's got a good color to it. That's a cedar. Now, I don't need them to be too thick. It's probably going to be a very temporary stand. That's a little dead cedar there. So I can go a little on the small side. And I probably want to, because that means less work for me. So this is actually the edge of the second field, which is not as well kept. It wasn't as well kept when it was the previous owners. Oh, god damn it. I was going to say, so you can see this guy got pushed over when they moved the dirt on that field when they cleared it. And it's still alive, so I can't harvest that one. I mean, I can, but like, the poor tree has worked this hard to stay alive this long in this position that it's in. I'm not going to do that to the poor thing. I know there's other dead cedars on this property, so we'll just move along. Yeah, see, this, I don't know what that is. I want to say it's eucalyptus, but it's not. Elm? Maybe elm. See, that guy didn't make it. Now, the one under it did. That is a hickory. I think that's a hickory. Yeah. And the deer frequent this area. They like to be on the edge of the field too. Because the woods feel safe, but the field has food. I don't know, if I can't find one, speaking of deer, You're out there on the other side of the woods running through there. I spooked them. But it's part of the reason why I like talking to myself in the woods, even when I don't have the camera rolling, because I like to let critters know that I'm coming. Most of the time. I will play a game sometimes where I'll try to sneak up on the deer. And I can get pretty close sometimes. So my sneaking isn't that bad. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of little dead cedars, but none of them are in a condition or a size that I really want. Oh, I had the perfect one. Daddy took it. By the way, I'm 35 years old. I still call my dad Daddy. I'm going to call him Daddy until the rest of his life. The rest of my life. And if you don't like it, that's very unfortunate for you. Well, that's a fucking cedar. It's dead. It's in a snarl. That's why it's dead, probably. I mean, between the competition it was having to do and this looks like trumpet vine, I think. Maybe. No? I don't know. That's some kind of vine. Oh. Well, it's got what looks like trumpet vine next to this grapevine. And it's got to get cut anyway, because I'm slowly battling the stuff that's trying to consume the woods. In this part of the state, like, that's very, very common. Just fucking vines everywhere. That'll strangle out the trees, and then your whole freaking woods is nothing but vines. And it's not... It doesn't make it enjoyable to do what I just did and actually walk through it and enjoy it. We're on the lower road right now. I gotta come mow this at some point. But it's nice to enjoy the flowers while they're here. I intend to post this on time, so you will know that it is currently April, late April. The flowers, a lot of flowers are peaking right now. I'm gonna cross this. The deer have been here. We plan on putting a culvert down here at some point. That is probably the easiest method for dealing with that. It's a small stream coming from a hill that filters into the bigger stream there. Maybe I'll follow it back up. I was going to cut in further up, but maybe we'll just go ahead and cut through here and follow the stream back. Looks like it's collecting a lot of wood anyway. I'll put my glove back on. Can't believe Daddy harvested my cedar. I mean, I can. Of course, if I saw it, he's going to see it. I just didn't expect him to go in the woods, but man was looking for a cedar. And we both have the same eyes, so yeah, look how mica rich some of these stones are. If I don't get a GoPro, I would like to get a harness or something for my phone to slot into, because it's a pain in the ass to do this. Told you. And pay attention to my phone, pay attention where I'm stepping, and then also fulfill a task in the woods. I enjoy it though. Like I said, I talk to myself all the time. Is that a cedar? It might be a cedar. Okay, we'll check that one out. But there's a reason why I don't do it every single time I come out into the woods. Or every single time I'm doing something vaguely interesting. Sometimes talking to an audience helps me focus, and then sometimes it's really distracting. That is a cedar. Pretty sure. Either that or a pine. Might be pine. Bit of a shitty place to have the harvest it from, but it might work. That's pine for sure. And I think that's pine too. Don't know what's going on with this tree. I don't think that's birch. Yeah, something's chewing it up. It's maple? Can't see the leaves. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on with the bark. That's why I thought it might have been birch, but no, it's something's chewing the tree up. And I suspect that's why we don't have very many pine trees on the property. I think pine beetles have been getting in them. He planted, the former owner planted a pine stand on the other side of the property, and it's not been doing too well. Part of the reason is we planted them too damn close, but they've had pests getting in them, and I need to come through and thin them out soon. More pine. Damn. I mean, I can use pine. It's not... It's either Virginia pine or loblolly, which they're not grown because they're the best wood. They're grown because they are very quick growing, and they're kind of an all-purpose wood. Like, you can do most things that you want to do with it. That's a cedar. Maybe. I think that'll be enough. Like I said, I don't really need real big posts. You find you a place to set you. I got 20 minutes left until my phone's out of space. And that's, I said like maybe some kind of fungus affecting the tree. There's also a fungus I can't remember the name of. It gets in beech trees specifically. But I was told that it shows up in the leaves. And I don't see any signs of sickly leaves. Okay. Place to put you. You see? And it's hard to tell on which days, like, I will be more or less distracted by you. Because I'm distracted permanently anyway. Okay. Hatchet, hatchet, hatchet. Where ye be, hatchet? I know you're in here. I put you in here. Are you talking seriously? There you are. I have hatchet, I have my folding saw, and I actually have a chain. Chainsaw chain. Would not be very good for this, although if I have to cut the trunk itself, it might come in handy for that. It's meant for big woods that you have a lot of space to work with. They're not really meant for most jobs. That's why people don't use them. And they're just a lot of manual effort too. Let me set you up here maybe. And why the hell would you ever do that if you could have a chainsaw? You wouldn't. You would never do that. Only crazy people would do that. Oh. Is that going to be good enough? I'll plop you like that, maybe? Yeah, okay. Let me get something to prop you up. Like that. And like that. Yeah, perfect. I'm probably going to kick the branch and knock you over immediately. Always cut toward yourself, kids. The nice thing about finding this one here is I can drag it out there on the road and then get the zero turn down here and pull it from that. I don't have to lug it all the way up the damn hill by myself. wrong side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got lucky. The bottom wasn't attached anymore. Means I don't have to fight the roots. Very nice. And she's pretty light too. She's good and dry. Been out here for quite a while. Good news for me. Because even though I don't have to drag it all the way back, I've dragged a lot of trees through a lot of woods. And I don't really relish doing it with a big heavy tree. Alright, that's all for now. I'm going to drag this bitch out the woods, get the zero turn hooked up to it. You wouldn't be able to see that part anyway, because I need both my hands, and then the zero turn is loud as shit, and you wouldn't hear me rambling, so we're going to hurry up and do that, because I don't have my water down here with me, because I'm really smart bringing my backpack, but not my water. And then I'm going to hopefully remember to upload you to the YouTubes when I get back and make space on my phone for the chickens. Till then, have fun.